Hello out there in YouTube land, welcome to the OK Good Review channel. And we are here, so this is now day 4 of not having my working computer Dell. The initial video for this, where I opened up the case to take a look at it, was in the prior section, which you can check out. So this one, I'm going to talk a little bit about their shoddy customer service. So at this point, I've tried turning secure boot on and off. I've put in a BitLocker key. I have made a Windows boot disk. I have made a boot disk from Dell through their recovery tool. I've done both of those other things twice. I was able to connect to their BIOS Connect support twice, but only through my cell phone. And what it would do is there were 7 files that needed to download. What happened is it twice did this, downloaded 6 files, and then got stuck on the 7th, and then canceled the connection. It never at any point was able to connect through my actual broadband, despite putting in the correct password. There's probably like 13 other devices on that same password right now as we speak. And also, I made a separate guest network, which doesn't even have a password, and it couldn't connect to that one. So I am thoroughly unimpressed with Dell, and Dell doesn't feel like this is a hardware problem. Dell feels like this is a software problem for a Windows 10 update. So there are 2 other machines here. Both of them are already updated past whatever that update was. Neither of them had this problem. And the other 2 Dells that I mentioned, that of the star of our channel and my soon-to-be ex-wife, both of those have the updates also. And guess what both of those didn't do? And both of those computers, by the way, put together were less money than this. But this one only has a basic warranty. They won't fix software. Dell won't stand behind their computers to make that stuff happen. And it's all magic. Nobody there, right? In the 2 hours and probably 5 or 6 different representatives I've talked to, 0 of them can explain this, because technology is magic. Software is magic. Everything to do with their computers is magic, apparently. So you have to hunt around until you get somebody who's run into something similar like this before. All I really wanted, I don't care about reinstalling Windows. I don't. I can reinstall all the software. It's a pain. It's a pain. It is a pain. It's a major pain, but I can do that. I can reinstall all that other software. But I've got pictures. I've got other files that can't be recreated on that hard drive. So for them to say, oh, well, if you reinstall Windows yourself, then you don't need us. But if you want to involve us, then you have to pay for it. This is less than 5 months. Less than 5 months. And we're having this problem because technology is magic. Right? We're Windows 10. That's way. That's a lot of operating systems since computers first existed, since laptops first existed. But it's magic. It's a glitch. It's a hiccup in the matrix. Right? That's what they tell you. They tell you that, oh, we don't know. Could be anything. Maybe there was a spider that had a static charge from dust and crawled across your keyboard and zapped it at exactly the precise moment, and it got stuck and it corrupted your Windows. And there's no failsafe for this. The recovery tool is useless. The support assist is useless. So why buy a Dell? If you're not going to get the support, if you're not going to get the software to help you fix problems, why get one? For what? This is how they do it? This is how Dell is going to go at it. That much money and they can't be bothered. Pathetic. I keep hearing about how great their customer service is. Haven't seen it. Not once. Not once in those over 2 hours I was on the phone with them. And like I said, over 6 representatives. And they can't tell me. They can't tell me how to do stuff. They can't tell me why any of this would be happening. It's pathetic. So my advice last time in the last one was not to buy Lenovo. We'll get back to Lenovo. Don't let me get off track just yet. I want to go back to Dell for a second. Don't buy one of those either. Because regardless of what the machine is, it doesn't matter how well it performs in benchmarks and diagnostics. If the thing doesn't work, the company that stands behind it and gets it fixed is what matters. Right? Getting it up and going again. That's what matters. When you need it and they're not there, it says a lot. It says a lot about the company. And what it says about Dell is I should probably be crossing them off the list because they don't care. There's no concern for them over whether their machines are working. So I guess lesson learned, right? If I'm going to throw 4 figures at a laptop, it will not be a Dell ever again. This is pathetic. And so what is it? Is that what we have to do? We just have to make sure we're not buying the higher end models? We'll just keep buying the garbage ones, the low end ones? Is that how this is supposed to go? I don't have time to parse models of every single company. That's why Lenovo is gone. I don't have time for that. Nobody does. That's stupid. We need things to work. That's why we buy computers. Everything is relying on computers now. And when they don't work, they need to be brought to a state where they will work. But companies have to actually care. They have to care about their customer base. And I'm not seeing it from Dell. So really, really, really disappointed in them. Where it's from techs not knowing what they're doing and paging through a manual. I can page through a manual. I don't need to sit on the phone with somebody while they page their manual. I can do that myself. I don't need them for that. What I need them to do is to tell me how to get this is going without losing my data. It's not the computer that's important. I don't care. Like this thing, I'll throw it in the road and run it over. Don't care. It's the data that's on it that's important. Right? That's what really matters. But it's magic. They can't figure out some way to make sure that's protected. So I guess as long as I have this thing, I'm going to have to make sure I'm doing weekly backups now. Awesome. I bought this specifically for their reputation for reliability, and it could not have fallen any flatter on its face. Then we look at Lenovo. Lenovo, I said, hey, they've got this thing called Vantage, right? But it's a service. They want you to pay for it. Well, all of them have that. Advast has that. Dell and the HP that I have came with McAfee. McAfee does this interesting thing of finding a way to make Windows run faster that apparently is a mystery to Windows itself. Because Windows can't tell you how to do any of that. Windows 10 is borderline a virus. But oh, look, here we have McAfee and Avast and all these other people for a price, knowing how to make your system actually run fast and run it the way you expect it to. And Dell is something similar. But that's what, I mean, that stuff is scamtacular. The Lenovo doesn't have that. If you want Vantage, you get to pay for it. So when I was having a problem with it locking up constantly, and I talked to their techs, I said, just give me a year. Then just give me a year for free. Right? Because this thing, I'm hugely dissatisfied with it. It started having that problem less than a year after I got it. And I said, just put me on there for a year at no charge of whatever service plan it is that supposedly will fix all this funky stuff. Whatever setting it is. Whatever nonsense is going on in the registry or drivers or whatever. But no, they didn't want to do that. Lenovo didn't really care either. They don't care if the machine locks up and you have to physically turn it off with the power button to reset it. They don't care about that. They don't care that it barely works unless I have Ready Boost on, which I don't think is the way that these laptops are supposed to be working. I don't think it's a function where you have to add something else on to get any functionality out of it. That's not the way it's supposed to be. But that's the way it is on that machine. That's why Lenovo's a no-go. And now, after this incredible disgrace, I'm adding Dell to the list. So hopefully Windows 11 will be better. I have no reason to think that it won't be, given that the last good operating system I had was an odd number, and 11 is certainly an odd number. So, but I'm going to give it probably 6 months, because every operating system, because it's all magic, it's magic. Technology is magic. Every operating system has kinks they have to figure out, because they can't figure out how to not make stuff happen prior to releasing it. Garbageware. But maybe after 6 months, maybe after it's been out for 6 months, like Windows 7 was out for a while before I jumped on it. Hopefully they don't load that with bloatware, but I guess that's what I'm going to have to do, because I can't trust this anymore. Both Lenovo and Dell have sold me machines that can't be trusted. And that is the disgusting state of laptops that we find ourselves in to close out 2021. At least where I am. Anyway, thank you all for listening. If anybody has any recommendations for machines that aren't complete trash, again, I would love to hear them. Maybe an MST, maybe an HP. I don't know. There won't be a Dell or Lenovo again, that I can tell you for sure. But anyway, if this was of use, please give us the old thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button if you've not done so already. The blue bell and notifications. And the comments are available. Please feel free to use them if you care to do that. Unless you're Dell and Lenovo. If you're from one of those two companies, then you can email me. If you try to comment, I'm going to delete them from both of you clown shoe companies. If you're on Twitter, come follow us there. We'd love to have you. There's more normal stuff there, like display shots and the more typical stuff on this channel. But there it is. A huge, huge disappointment. I am just so utterly disappointed in both Dell and Lenovo. And Windows 10. I hope someday it gets better, but the trend is that it's going to get worse. I hope not, because I hate making these videos. Almost as much as I hate trying to get this thing to act the way that it should, which is a lot. We'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.